We're here with Naathan, the man.
Sorry.
What's happening, man?
Not much, bro. Busy. How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, you are busy at the moment, man. Like your journey's been pretty crazy. So I thought we'd get you on. I appreciate you coming on into your house. Like video, man, because like the way you do videos, everyone we speak to, particularly over the whole time we've been using you, everyone looks at us now and we're so different. You've created like a real difference to us in the market, the way we're viewed by the community. I really want to delve into your whole journey in regard to video, but also maybe some tips you can give anyone that owns a business when they're shooting video, when they're posting, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So how did you even get into video, man?
Well, it was after high school I got into it, but like a little backstory is high school I was known as like that lazy kid, the lazy one. Like I was actually, I was lazy. Like teachers would be like, if I apply myself, I get good grades, and it was true, but I knew it, which is even worse.
Yeah.
So like after high school, I was like, I need to pull my head, and so I was lucky enough to get a traineeship at IT. So I was around like cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, I picked up my first camera then, and I just like loved watching those videos. And then since then, a lot of help from Arjun, but like I just like pulled my head in.
Yeah.
And I just went straight into cameras. Made my first video on a Canon for my mum and him. It was like a fitness video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So then, because I saw gym videos online and stuff all the time, and I was like, I want to do that. So I was like, I'll do it. And then from there, bro, I think I loved it.
Yeah.
And then I just went hard at it. I think it's easier because I loved it. But, it was right after high school. And then, pretty much that's history.
Do you think like the reason you didn't apply yourself at school was just because you weren't passionate about it? Is that sort of the reason you think?
And I think it's really common for creative people in a way.
Yeah.
Like they get so like, they procrastinate a lot and they lose focus on things that I like. I'm just lucky that I love it. Yeah. And I just went fucking hard at it. That was like the first thing I really liked besides gym.
Yeah. Everyone who I know who's creative's like that though, man. Like they're also quite strong-willed. You know, so like this is what I want to do and this is how I like to do things. You know, so and all creative people are, they're more artistic. You know, it's more of like talking to an artist. If you talk to anyone that's genuinely creative and doing really cool things, they all have that. You know, because if they weren't like that, they would do art exactly like everyone else. Yeah. And those people never get noticed. Whereas the people who do things differently and go against the grain, those are the people that generally get noticed. Yeah. No. So what was your first video like, man? Like, I want people to know this because everyone looks at your videos and go, oh my God, but like, let's talk about your first video. Like, what are we talking here?
My first ever like edit I made was of myself.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. It involved me because the song had a line roar in it. Yeah. I'm not going to show anyone, but the song had a line roar in it. And it was me roaring at the camera. Stop.
Did you say a lion roaring?
Oh. And I did this in the camera.
Hey, if you won't give it to me, I'ma take it.
But it was horrific. Took me like 5 days to edit, bro, and it was like 10 seconds long. And I remember I saw this video online. I was like, bro, this is mad, because he did it as well. Yeah. But he was jacked. I was skinny, bro. I'll show actually some people one day.
But if you can find it, it would be so good if you can put it in this video. That would be cool.
I'll put it in, bro.
It's funny, but I want to bring it up because like, you didn't stop there, right? So that didn't turn you off it. You didn't go, oh, it took me 5 days to edit and it didn't work. You kept going. It wasn't something initially that you were thinking about to make money off. It's just something that you're like, well, what else am I going to do? Watch Netflix? Actually, I enjoy doing this. It's like an addiction.
Yeah, it was an addiction. Like I feel like in any industry, like for you probably as well, it's just like once you kind of do it once and you love it, bro, you just like don't stop. I stayed up so many nights after that, just fucking hooking in. And like I never thought of stopping. It never, like when I was starting, I was like, oh, I want to stop. Yeah. But when I was doing, I just never thought of like, oh, nah, this fucking take too long, I'll stop. And it took ages. Yeah. Every night, boom, boom, boom. After work, I'd just be hammering, just watching YouTube videos for hours and hours and hours. Yeah. And I never thought of stopping.
Yeah, like I look at the videos now, man, and they're just so, especially like the turnaround time with you guys, like turnaround time, like there's sometimes we shoot a video at like 11 a.m. like in the morning. And I go have lunch and I come back at 1 and it's done. And it's like, then you're putting all sorts of stuff in. There's like keys falling from the sky, there's giraffes walking through, like it's all that sort of stuff. So it's just, your turnaround time is like how far you've come, man, particularly being such a young person. Like when I was your age, man, like that's what I say to you boys all the time. I'm like, I cannot wait to see what you achieve in the next 10 years, because you have this drive and this discipline that is just not, people don't have it at your age. It's very unique. Something you've really got to nurture and just go like, okay, I got to just stay on this path, because you know, you see what I've achieved in 4 or 5 years, and I only got serious when I was about 29, 30. You guys are what? How old are you? 21? Man, that's crazy. Like the path that you're on is just so impressive. So like when we're talking about video and whatnot, obviously you're really starting to be known for someone that just does really different videos. Like I almost know when you've edited it, you know, like if I see a video, I'm being serious, man. Like it's like, I know your art. I'm like, okay, I know when Naathan did that. Like if a real estate video got posted and you didn't, like even like there's all these agents that you do videos for now that are now hitting you up, right? They're like in Sydney, Melbourne, which is awesome, you know? And thank you for being exclusive to Freedom. So if you want these guys, you come to Freedom. But like they're hitting you up from down south to get videos on what we're doing. That's so incredible. Not only for your business, but for Darwin, man. Like Darwin is seen as like this slow town that do things really slow and it's not as innovative. And then there's this guy up in Darwin who's just like changing the landscape of video, you know? It's the coolest thing. So when it comes to video, man, like let's say it's a real estate video, you've increased the engagement for us like 20 times, like just from organic posts. Like what do you think are the most important things if someone's going to post a video? Let's go like social media. Like if I want to do a video to try and get more engagement for my client, what's the most important thing?
I say first thing, focusing on like, I'm really big and Arjun's really big on personal branding. Yeah. Like 100%. Like you got to show, and you got to be authentic. You got to be yourself. Because people see right through, especially. And especially for real estate, try not to come off too salesy in a way. And with that, it's like, be yourself. It's honestly, make jokes. With Arjun, we tried to do, because when you start off, like you're like real shy and camera, and I need to be fast salesy and do this very properly. Yeah. And now it's just like being ourselves. Yeah. In a way. And it's a lot easier when your brother is a real estate agent, because we can experiment. And what we've experimented so far is that works. Yeah. Because people like Arjun for who he is now. Yeah. To being a real estate agent. Yeah. Because that's what we want to do when we make Arjun the avatar, and then real estate agent revolves around him. Yeah. Okay. And then when he gets bigger, some other things, businesses roll around him. Yeah. Okay. So real estate isn't his personal brand. Yeah. It's it complements him. Yeah. Okay. In a way. Yeah. And people buy from people they're like. Yeah. Yeah. And so if you can make people like you, just be yourself, then you're laughing. Yeah. So you think it's really important in the video, if you are in there, that you're being authentic. Yeah. That's number one thing, and being you. Yeah. But also like the thing I like about your videos is, and I think when we started using you, this is what helped with the algorithm, particularly on social media, is you do things that catch your eye from the very minute you click on the video. So like, it's like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds when you first do the videos. A lot of people look at our videos and go, man, that's crazy. You had keys coming from the sky. But it was about getting people to watch for that little bit longer, right? And then the algorithm will push it further and further and further, and then the video will work for you, right? Yeah, it's just like nowadays, because of people's attention span, you need to hook them in like a second, 2 seconds. So that's the reason we did the CGI. People see it, and they're like, whoa, and then they keep watching. A lot of Arjun's videos, if you notice, a few of them, he'll be like, now that I got your attention, let's look at this. The giraffe on the street. Yeah. He's like, now I got your attention. Because it's all about getting attention. And people, if you just watch someone, like my little sister, like my brother, he just like on YouTube, just scroll. It's like ADD, hey. So yeah, you gotta, and nowadays, like you gotta even put 2 hooks, 3 hooks in the video. So you got one at the start, and then you got a lead hook in the middle, and then another, you know what I mean? So it's legit all psychology when it comes to video making. Yeah. Like you can make the coolest video, and this is why I encourage them to put the 3D at the start. Yeah. Because we were thinking of putting them through the house and stuff. Yeah. But if we're gonna do that, we have to hook them in first somehow. Yeah. That's so true. Yeah. Yeah, man. I agree with all of that. The other thing that I think that you offer that's really good is that you work with different industries. So people don't realize that real estate is such a small part of what you guys offer. You work with festivals, you work with musicians, you work with all these different things, and you're constantly experimenting with videos. Yeah. And the reason I like that is because you might have something that works really well for festivals. You're like, hey man, this works so good for a festival. Let's try it on your next video. It's gone so well for us. Like some of the properties that we've sold with off the back of our videos, like we've got a really good case study on Arjun. And I think it's just because he's so young and people are starting to buy houses now. He literally posted a video of a property that we listed. Like I think he took you to the listing. You shot it, and they posted it like the next day, and then someone on their social media contacted them and has just made an offer on the property. That's hectic, eh?
man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like the value that you can add for somebody by just literally rocking up to a listing presentation with an agent, taking the video and then paying however much for a video and then getting an offer from a buyer. That's nuts, man. Speaking from a real estate agent's point of view, but on realestate.com, every agent is just thinking about realestate.com. I don't want to get my account deleted, but don't come get it. Very profitable company, realestate.com. But I think everybody, they're not looking at the social media aspect, you know, so everybody wants to build their profile on realestate.com and get their listing on realestate.com. But what if there's this whole other area that you could build and have just as much engagement on your social media as you hit on realestate.com? I think, and the way that you build that through video. So now where you're at now, like what's your sort of your day look like? Like obviously you've got real estate clients, you've got festivals, musicians, like what do you sort of do every day? Like let's take us from when you get up to when you get started.
All right, from when I get up at like 6, sometimes 7. And then like we do our vision. We read our vision every day. And then, you know, do the normal stuff, tick off some emails, go to gym, come back, and then it's straight into the like call people that I need to check up on. And then honestly, it's just editing or shooting.
Yeah.
That's it. And then in the afternoon, we kind of work until like maybe 7 p.m.
Yeah.
ish.
Yeah.
But it's always not, you know, like hooking into edits. It's like editing, take a little break, go to a walk, come back. This is the life of like a freelancer. Like, just go. You can make your own hours. That's what I love. But you have to be real like disciplined in.
Yeah, it's true.
The moment you don't have a routine,
Yeah, man.
it's out the window. Like you can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that, and it's very chill. It's very good. It's obviously high paced, but I try to make it as smooth as possible. For me, I like editing at nighttime.
Yeah.
So like during the day I'll do like the fun edits, and then high edits I'll be at nighttime, all the creative ones as well.
Yeah, so you can just be in the zone, chill out. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Sometimes I'll stay up all night. That's what I used to do.
I know, yeah. But that's the thing though, like it's very like when I look at you, man, I think of like this painter in this apartment, just like painting this friggin', you know what I mean? But he's just immersed, like he's not thinking about anything else but just painting this thing, not because he wants to make money. He's just, when I speak to you boys, like you're definitely the creative one that I look at and just go, he's not the salesy guy, he's the arty one, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's
which is cool. Yeah, he's the sales guy.
It's good though. I feel like it's so good to have two people.
Yeah.
Like that. Like he teaches me business side, I teach him the creative side.
Yeah.
And like we don't even talk about it much.
Yeah.
But we just hear each other talk on the phone and stuff, and we pick up things.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking to people, I'm like, wow, where did I get this from? And I'm like, it's Ajay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's always on the phone.
Yeah, so true, man.
And then like he said, like when I do my work,
Yeah.
I forget to eat. I forget to.
Yeah.
This guy, I stand up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he just.
Yeah.
He reminds me of stuff, but I just like.
Yeah. I think these are all the same, man. You've just found something that you're good at and you found it early, which is like, man, that's like hitting the lottery. Like and I think the good thing about, you know, when someone's going to be successful, when they hit a little bit of success, how they react to it. So like in the real estate industry, you might write 200-300 coasts, you know, but you guys are like double down. You're like, no. We're going to triple it. We're going to double it. We're going to 10 times it. We're going to, that's the thing I really like working about you. And that's why I've been quite receptive to you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just like, whenever I ask you to do something, you do that. And then something on the side. So you'll be like, hey man, I did this whole video for you, but I also did this little clip you can post on your socials. And that's what provides value, man.
Yeah.
You know, so with any client, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I encourage everyone, any videographer, just to give as much value as they can.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. And don't really worry about the money, because the money will come from relationships.
Yeah.
It's like a byproduct.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
So how do you learn, man? Like, how do you learn video? Like, where does that start?
YouTube, bro. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like YouTube. You can learn from people, you can learn from courses, you can buy courses, but the best way is just like put in the hours on YouTube. You don't learn like the program. I don't sit there and like learn just 1 to 12, like the basics of Premiere Pro. I started learning just effects.
Yeah.
And then through those effects, I pick up how to actually use the program.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't know how, like when I make the effect, I didn't know how to do it again. I just had to keep doing it.
Yeah, okay.
Kept doing it, right? And then I pick up how to actually do the video, and then you pick up lighting, and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it all ties together. Like when I do 3D, the one thing I think is very important is that I was a videographer beforehand and like a filmmaker. So I knew lighting, and that's all in the 3D space.
Is it? Yeah, okay.
Because like when the giraffe's walking down the street, I can really mess that up if the sun's off or like the lighting's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty true.
So those things, but just put in like hours on by yourself.
Yeah.
And like don't wait for gigs. I didn't wait for gigs to pop up. I just did my personal videos.
Yeah.
And just kept experimenting, bro. Just kept watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I think the best thing you could do like in any industry is offer your services for free. Like that's the best thing you could do, because then there's no commitment from someone, you know, and you also don't have to negotiate a price. And then once you've got the product to a point where it's perfect and the people can't do without it, then you can charge whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the fees you charge for, you know, I think but it's worth it, man.
Yeah.
Like if you, like, let's say you're filming for a festival, right? And they're promoting a festival that has 150,000 people going, or however many people they have, and they have to spend, look, I think 10,000 would be a cheap video. That would be cheap if they got ridiculous amounts of engagement on it. That's a cheap video. Like, you think return on investment? That's pretty bloody good, you know?
Very good, especially festivals.
So chatting off camera before a little bit about sales. You want to get into sales, and, you know, because you've started getting people hitting you up and whatnot, and you want to build your business. So go into what you want to know about sales.
Well, now, like, through my whole 2 years of doing this, most of my clients, if not like all, have like reached out to me through my videos, from seeing my videos like on Instagram. They've reached out first, and I never had to really cold call anyone. I never had to really pitch my like video in a way. So I sat down with Arjun last night, and we're just like going through how to do a cold call, how to pitch, how to do this, and just picking up something from like sales, because he's a freaking salesperson. He knows what he's doing, and he killed it. Same with Jacob.
Yeah.
So that's, I want to get into more of that.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So I think the big thing is, if you're going to call somebody, the number one thing you need to be aware of is that rejection is really common, and it's just a numbers game. So usually, like if you're making phone calls, depending how cold the data is, your calls won't be that cold because you have so much skin in the game. Like you can direct them to your social media to show what your videos are like, you know? So I think the most important thing that you can have in your calls is just a one-liner, that way you call someone, hey, it's Naathan here from Dream. I'm calling you because, and just getting right into it. No, like, hey, I'm calling, like it's real direct. Yeah. It's like, hey, Naathan, sorry, let's say you're, I don't know, Catherine or whatever. Hey, Catherine, Naathan here from Dream a lot. I've just done a video for ABC Real Estate. They got this many views. Wanted to see if you'd be interested in getting a video.
Boom, straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like get them to talk. So it should be a real quick boom question.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna like give them a quick case study, like this one got 90,000 views. Would you be interested in doing video with us?
Yeah.
And then you're just looking for the person that's like, maybe. You're looking for that. If they're just like, no problems.
Good.
See you later.
Touch it.
No. And that rejection is just like, doesn't matter, man. It's all good. You're just looking for that needle in the haystack. And when they go, and they create a bit of curiosity, that's when you can follow up.
Okay.
You know, that's what I would be doing, because most of it is going to be rejection.
Just reps.
Just reps, man. It's just numbers. It's like doing videos, you know? Yeah. But I will also have a really good follow-up. So whoever I call, I'll put them in a spreadsheet. So call, follow-up email, follow-up email, follow-up email, follow-up email, follow-up email, you know? And then I would probably, any of the curious ones, I'd put into another sheet, and they would be my follow-up for the next week, you know? So, but that dialogue on the phone, man, like that's, a lot of people put so much work into that, but that's not what you need to focus on. You need to focus on making the next phone call. It's the numbers, you know? So most people struggle with that, man. So
that's, I'll trying to write a script there.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
To just boom, be myself.
It's like doing a video. If you try and plan a video really well, man, you're gonna stuff it.
Yeah.
You just do it.
Yeah. Pick
the phone up and say, hey man, it's from Dream, you're not? Cool, all good.
Yeah.
Hey man, from Dream, you're not? Okay, tush. But just those, and just figure out a few one-liners that you can hit with people that will, because the reason people buy is curiosity.
Yeah.
The reason they want to buy is curiosity. Oh, I wonder, okay, yeah, no, that's pretty interesting. And you just have to hit them real quick, and then go, if they say no or not right now, let's say they're like, oh, probably not right now. Yeah, that's no problems at all. What about I just email you through some of my work? Would that sound fair enough?
Gotcha.
Good. Yeah, what's your email? Great. You're in the office in Darwin City, are you? Yeah, great. I would send them an email of my work, and then when they get into work the next morning, I'd have a coffee voucher to go to the local coffee store for Catherine or whatever her name is. And you're just like, you're going to remember me, eh?
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to call next week.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, hey, did you get that coffee? Yeah, what'd you think? What'd you think of the video? But now you're starting to open up, you know what I mean? So all you need to do is just have the process and just follow the process. So generate a curiosity, move to that spreadsheet. This is the follow-up process. These are the people that didn't buy, and then I've got 2 at the end that buy.
Okay.
That's what I would do, bro.
Okay.
And just throw yourself into it, because Arjun's not a salesperson. He's only good at it because he just threw himself into it. Like when we first started making calls, man, he had no idea what he's doing. He was like, hey mate, you got a house, do you? Oh, you want to sell? And he's like looking at me, he's like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can come see you like right now. You know, like just see some of the phone calls he did. But like the thing that he had that separated him from most people is he just kept picking the phone up.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's the big thing. And you're quite like, you're not afraid to say what you think, bro. That's the good thing about you. But you're not, you know. That's good salespeople.
Yeah.
Like, and you just go, because you're interrupting people during the day, man, you know? So I think phone calls are really good, but your follow-up is the thing that's going to really get you business.
Yeah.
So 100 phone calls, we've found 10 people that are curious, and we're going to create these 10 people into 2 sales.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at it that way, the 100 phone calls are like whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So that's my thoughts anyway.
No,
man.
100%. That's
Like,
good.
yeah,
I do
yeah.
that.
But I think the good thing in your business too, man, is like the videos you create for people are almost like marketing for you.
Yeah.
Like you're a video company, which is like marketing. So like someone's paying for this video for you to do it, and now you can use it to market yourself.
Yeah, that's actually.
You know what I mean?
I know it's like one of the biggest overheads in a business. Not even an overhead, it's an investment. But like it's the biggest thing, and I just get to do it like for myself for free. I love it. I'm like, fuck it.
I know, yeah. But like the craziest thing, it's same as real estate, man. Like, you know, like when we put a for sale sign out the front of your house, it's to sell your house, but everyone sees our face on it, you know? So it's one of those unique industries that like people are sort of paying you to market yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So who are the clients that you're looking to take on? Who would you like to start doing videos for?
Big ones is like casual, like big businesses, organizations, like people that own like blocks of land with multiple stores on, like Oasis, Casuarina Gateway, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I want to do more lifestyle as well content.
Yep.
But yeah, and also I want to do a lot more community work as well.
Yeah.
In that sense as well. Like we do Project Love when I go out. I want to focus on that more this year. Because right now, and it's a big difference from like 2023. Yeah. I remember over the Christmas break, a lot of my clients were like individuals. Yeah. So like I call them that. But now it's like more like organizations, small organizations.
Yeah, corporate.
Yeah. So they all off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a bit. I'm like, oh, that's a bit weird. But now next time I just want to go bigger and bigger and bigger. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I think the cool thing, and Arjun's done this a few times where and he's got a few listings this way, is like let's say you were trying to get Oasis business or whatever, go to their friggin' shopping center and do a video for them and just say, hey, I've just done a video for your shopping center, I just want to send it to you. Just do it. Just say, hey, I've got a video. I've just done it. I'm not going to post it obviously, but I was practicing, and you got time to meet maybe tomorrow and I'll show you. And it's just imagine if I rang you with like value and just like, hey, here's $1,000. You'd be like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, right. Can't deny that.
Come see me. Yeah. You're like, yeah, righto. And it'll take you what? Like, I mean, I'm not going to say how long it takes you, but like your skill level, it's a pretty easy thing for you to do. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'd look to do, man. But I'm honestly like, I'm really excited to see not just you with video, but where you boys end up like in 10, 20 years, like what businesses you can sort of affect, you know? Like I'm just so excited for what you guys are going to do.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. I feel like we've already made a massive wave. And like, especially if we moved off those landscape videos, real estate videos, we moved to social medias. And like, it is marketing as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, you know, you're saying like marketing, you go to marketing, get the marketing, sign us up. Social media is like way more now. So it's, like, you know, it's great.
And the thing is too, like, you know, when people list with us now, we now have you in our back pocket. They're like, okay, you don't, like, well, I'll show somebody, right? So an agent will go in before me and they'll be like, yep, they want to do a video. I'm like, great, what sort of video do they want to do? Do they want to do a socials one or a realestate.com one? They're like, oh, they didn't explain the difference. I'm like, oh, didn't they? Okay, great. So I'll go, who's the agent? And they'll go, this agent. And I'm like, great, go onto their realestate.com listing, pull up the video. This is the video they're talking about. They're like, great, this video does not get any views on social media and I'll show you why. So boom, I'll show them the reels that we do. But I'll also show them realestate.com. He sends us a report. How many people view that video on realestate.com? And it's about 2, like, which is crazy. Why would you post a landscape video on realestate.com when it's getting that many views? Great that they have it, for sure, but it's not getting any views. Maybe if it was linked to like a YouTube channel that has heaps of views, that's probably not a bad idea. But when I show them that, they're blown away. So if you actually show them the numbers and say, hey, actually our videographer does it like this, and this is why we can get you more engagement, it's a listing tool. You know, so I think, you know, who you choose to be in business with in real estate is like so important. And that really made me, I guess, listen up when we started getting so much engagement off the back of your videos. You know, like, remember when you guys first started, you were like, hey man, can I put kangaroos in this video? And I'm like, I don't care what you put in the video, man. Like, as long as it's not inappropriate, like, you know, people swearing and stuff, like, I don't care. And I remember when you first posted that kangaroo video, I copped a bit of flack for it, you know?
Yeah, I heard that.
There's just people calling me saying, man, you know, there's a video on your social media with kangaroos bouncing around. I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, what's wrong with that? They're like, oh, it's a bit out there. And I'm just like, oh, is it? And now I use that video as a case study when we do listing presentations. I'm like, hey guys, this is the engagement we got off this video, and this is how many people viewed it. This is how much it cost, and this is how much we sold the property for.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go on a listing presentation sometimes with agents, and they use it against us. They go, oh, don't worry, we're not going to put kangaroos in your video. We're not going to have keys falling from, and they play right into my hands. And I'm like, yeah, you want that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the engagement on this video, and this is the engagement on this video that was just like, hello, my name's Jacob, and welcome to this exquisite, unbelievable build by AHB bangers and blah, blah. You're just like, man, no one wants to hear that. Like,
Yeah, bro.
just show me something that's engaging, that catches my attention, and then show me the house.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see the agent, to be honest. Like, I don't want to see you. I don't care that how nice you're dressed. I just want to see the house that I want to buy, man.
Yeah,
And I want it to generate curiosity straight. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like, if I watched a video with kangaroos, man, I'll just be like, well, I still watch it today sometimes. Just go, what the hell? Like, and I'll watch the whole thing through, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Like
yeah.
the way it is now, and it's slowly changing. You can see.
It is, yeah.
But I feel like with the 3D aspect and all that, it's just so good. Especially like you're a big part of it as well. How it all started. Like if you were very complacent in a way, like you said, nah, I don't want to do that. I want to do normal videos.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
You think about it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
we only
true, yeah.
did it because of the Arjun was there obviously as well, but you were like that. Yeah, let's just do it. And you was just like, fucking do it.
whatever.
Alright, do it. I was like, I draft, yeah, do it. I was like, oh, fucking alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I like as well.
Yeah.
It's like I still have heaps of freedom. When I do work.
Hey,
right?
yeah,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Like Arjun call me. I'm like, yeah, just do this or what? And he goes, alright.
Yeah.
And then boom, Jacob, yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, the thing is, man, is you're the artist. You know what I mean? Like, there's no point it's like me hiring an accountant and me telling them how to do their job. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a salesperson and I negotiate for a living. So you stick to the creative stuff, get me as heaps of engagement. I don't care who's in the video, you know, as long as it's not inappropriate,
Yeah,
I don't care. And then we're good, you know? So I think especially in real estate industries, man, like with people when they own their own business, they feel like, oh, this is my thing. Oh, what if people think this? What if people think that? And I think because when I started, you guys are going through the same journey where I'm at right now. Your people are sort of going, what are these guys doing? They're getting a view towards you that they don't even know you. And they're just like, oh, well, this guy does this video. Or Arjun thinks he's so good because he does this and he wrote 150 grand in 7 weeks. And when really he's like the nicest guy you'll ever meet in your life. You know what I mean? He'll literally give you his shirt off his back, man. You know, so I think you guys, you know, so because I started that and I felt that at the start, I got so much flack and people call me naive and things. And I just don't care. I'm just like, man, whatever. They called me naive at the start and it worked and none of those opinions even mattered.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all I care about is that our clients get the best possible results.
Yep.
And right now because we have we have this whole level of engagement that no one has access to. So
Yeah.
I think it's important, man. So so where do you sort of see your career going for video? Like, what do you reckon? Like with the cinema?
Yeah. Well, eventually I want to, get into cinema. And I kind of just want to, like, I still want to edit and things, but I want to kind of take a step back, let business go, and then do the fun stuff, do the movies, direct the movies.
Cool.
Stuff like that. I really want to do that. I want to travel heaps and just do movies again in Africa.
That's
You know
cool,
what I'm talking
man.
about?
Yeah.
That'll be hectic. And just be like, I can be director, I can be camera operator, I don't care, but I just want to travel and get paid to work and stuff. It'll be badass.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
And then you can, because when you do videos, you get the whole day off. And you just do whatever you want. You travel.
Yeah.
You actually travel.
Yeah.
You go there, do some work. But I love what I do, so it's like not even work. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Do you ever work with, like, I'd imagine like producers and directors and cameramen and all that sort of stuff, like they would work with some people that are quite difficult. Have you ever worked with anyone that's quite difficult on camera? Difficult to work with?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
How do you go about it? Like people would just like keep stuffing the take up or that real nervous or like.
Oh,
how
that okay.
do you- or anything, bro. Like, you know.
Oh well, I've had people burn me heap.
Yeah.
But I just.
What do you mean by that? Like,
I've had people not paying me.
really?
Heaps of people, yeah.
Really?
And I feel like I'm not a pushover in a way, but I'm just like, oh, it's not that much.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's a very low thing. I'm just like, if it's that much, because if it's that much of a difficult, I don't want to go chase people, yell at people. I don't want people yelling at me like that.
Yeah.
All right, all good. You keep it.
Yeah.
You keep free video, whatever. You keep it. I'll go on my way. And then just doing that saves me so much headache, so much stress. Obviously, if it's like a crazy,
That's true.
big corporation, and like, I'm like, oh, come on,
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's just a small one, but with people, like being awkward over camera and stuff, I just try to make them laugh as much as I can.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're like, oh, laughing,
like break them down a bit, like make them feel a bit, yeah.
or like I'll record and I'll just talk to them, and then we'll talk to them, like just do the same thing to the camera, and then boom, they do it.
Yeah.
It's still about making them comfortable.
Yeah.
And people for the first time, they're being like, so I was awkward on camera, you would have been awkward on camera.
Oh man.
Like, Arjun still.
He's pretty good now.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
But when I first started, bro,
Because your brothers too. Like, you got no patience, eh? You're just like,
oh, but
man.
I've been yelling at him. One time, the other day, we were recording, and then he's like, oh no, let me do that again. I changed all the lights. Changed them all. He's like, no, we'll do it one more time. Oh, like, oh, he's like, king. And then he goes, he does this thing to me after. I don't think he can do this. So
Yeah.
that's his tactic of trying to get me to do something.
Yeah.
I can do it, man. He's just like, no, I don't think he can do the kangaroos. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I can do it. No, it's good though.
Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, yeah. It's like I always wonder that because, like, yeah, when I first started doing video, like, man, no one really did video here in the territory. So like that was like 4 or 5 years ago now. So no one was really doing it. So when I first started doing it, it was very hard for me to just like jump on camera and start talking because even the guy videoing me wasn't that experienced at videoing. You know, like they're back then we're using Hosking and Hosking. Yeah. So those guys weren't even that experienced. So they didn't even have the ability to calm me down or anything. I just kept stuffing it up. So, and there was like one, I can't remember, I was like my third video or whatever, and it must have taken me like 16, 17 takes. I got so angry that they were just like, man, you need to just leave. Like, so I had to leave, go grab lunch, and come back when they were doing the drone shots or whatever and do the intro again because I was getting so angry.
Wow.
But they're like, man, just chill out. Like, it's just, but it's one of those things. It's like as soon as you put a camera on you, it's just different. I don't know what it is, but.
Yeah, nah, 100%. Like talking to my camera now, you always catch yourself doing something different, not being yourself sometimes. Yeah. So I feel like once you set up the phone calls, you put the reps in, keep doing it. Yeah. You just be so comfortable. You're just sitting there like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Back it out, and it's yourself. That's the other thing. Because when you first do it, you're like, hi. You know?
Oh man, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, I think that's the big thing is just being comfortable on the phone too. Like with sales is just repetition. Like it's like anything in life, man. And the reason, like I think, especially with sales, man, why so many people fail is because rejection's involved in it. It's like if you do a video and it's really shit, only you know about it. You know, so this is a shit video. But when you're talking to someone on the phone and they're like, F off, like you're just like, okay, like hang it up and you just feel like shit, like it's just like that's what I was thinking, ruined your whole day, it's just like. But
Did you get like that?
Oh yeah, man. Like when I first started, like because I was in the industry, like man, as soon as I got in, I was like, this is for me. Like I did it for free or whatever. When I first started making sales calls, like cold calls, I just made it a game. So I'm just like, okay, like, because I'm competitive.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wasn't trying my hardest in that running race actually with Arthur. Just because I know he's competitive, so I thought I'd win. But yeah, no, so I'm competitive. So I just made it a game, man. So like my first business I ever created, which was a cleaning business, and I used to door knock all the time. In my lunch break for my work, I would just door knock 10 in my lunch break and it'd just be a game. And I would think of different things to say. So I used to go in places and I'd be like, yeah, can I just grab a Big Mac and chips? And I'll grab a Fanta. And they'll be like, what? I'm like, oh, so is this not McDonald's? What you're doing. Like you open up. You're like, what the hell? I'm just kidding, man. I was so nervous to come in here. Like I've just started a new cleaning business. I was just so nervous and I just didn't know how to break the ice. And then the receptionist would be like, holy, I've never heard that. Because how many people would they coming in? Yeah. So, and she goes, well, what do you want? I'm like, look, I've started a cleaning business. I'll clean your office for free. Like, I want a chance. And they would open up, man, So it was just a game in my head. So I would just like drive around thinking about different things I could say. I'd say all sorts of stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, oh, did I leave my phone in here? Like, I've never seen you. I was in here like 15 minutes ago. You don't remember me. Like, like just, like, yeah.
That's crazy.
But people would just like, for me, it was just a game. So I'm like, I want to just try these different things because all I have to do is just get them to potentially use me one time for free or whatever. So I think if you can, it's about putting your perspective like differently. So if I said to you, hey man, we're going to have a game, 10 calls each, and we're going to make the person on the other side of the phone laugh. Different, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So like someone laughs and you go, I'm just kidding. My name's Naathan. I'm from Barara. You just like,
Yeah.
Bam. It's like a pickup line, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the nightclub, you know? None of them really work well for me, but...
That's cool. That's
you know
cool to
what I'm
look
saying?
at it from that angle.
Yeah, it's
like
like a
that.
game. So like
Yeah.
when someone rejects you, you just laugh. You
Yeah.
just go like, what the?
Because you are, I guess you are just like catching them off guard. Like they're interrupting the day, probably going about it. And they could be going through stuff as well. You're like,
Yeah,
you
man.
know, no, so just try. Yeah, that's cool.
It's not you, bro. It's just the situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you stub your toe, you know? You don't friggin' hate that piece of coffee table that you stuffed your toe on. You just hate the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha.
But anyway, man, it's been a good chat with you. Hopefully there's some good content for you.
Yeah.
You'll be able to let us know whether this is a good video.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, so thanks for chatting with me, man. Thank you for everything that you're doing for our business. And yeah, thanks for being a legend.
All good, brother.
Talk soon.
That's-